Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are testing a bunch of things out tonight, so hopefully this all works. You guys will, I'm sure, let me know if things aren't working or sounding good. So yeah, just let me know. This is the first time setting things up in a long time. I used to stream like a year ago here a couple times. I was mostly streaming on Twitch, so yeah, really excited to be streaming on the YouTube channel. My focus this year is to be on this YouTube channel to make amazing videos, which is overhyped because I haven't even made them yet. So we're working on that. I have a few in the cogwheel of editing that I'm figuring out. But yeah, let me know how the stream sounds or looks. Let me know if there's anything weird going on, and I will be sure to try to fix that. Yeah, very excited to do this. Everything's good, loud and clear, awesome, perfect. Thank you, Misty, I appreciate it. Yeah, just kind of wanted to get some things out there in the open. I'm currently working on trying to make live streams more fun and like interactive, because live streaming is awesome. It's such a cool thing that anyone can do. It takes forever to figure out because I have like a bazillion programs open right now just to stream right now. But yeah, I'm really excited to share some of my thoughts on live stream with you guys and see what you guys think and figure out kind of the whole setup, because I'm planning on streaming probably tomorrow. I'll probably make a flyer about it and post it on my social media channels, but I'm trying to make a consistent event happening for everyone here in the community. So as artists and creative people, which I assume most people that watch my channel are usually creative in some form or another. I used to stream artwork on Twitch. I did digital art on my iPad, which is currently not charged. I don't know why, because I've taken such a long break from drawing. But I am planning on doing live streams where you guys get to pick a prompt, and we'll have like an hour and a half or something timer going on, and that'll give time for all of us to kind of chat, hang out, draw. And during this prompt, which I'm going to do an example here just to kind of show you guys what it could look like. And then we'll go to... Sorry, it's been a while since I've streamed, so I'm very rusty. There we go. There it goes. It worked. All right. So let's just say this is an example. So either I will have prompts from all of you guys, which hopefully we'll eventually figure that out. But for now, I'm just going to use like whatever prompts I can come up with. Or, for example, this is a free spinner. I guess it's this way. Huh? This is a free spinner online, and we're just going to spin it as an example. So let's say like what to draw. So maybe we'll pick 2 or 3 things to combine them. Will be like a character. I mean, that's pretty generic. Cool. What kind of character? Let's see. A mermaid. Cool. And then maybe one other thing. Maybe like 3 things would be good. But yeah, we'll have like a big prompt, and maybe there'll be like a whole thing that we can vote on. I'll put all of your guys' votes in the spinning wheel. And yeah, so it'd be like a fashion character that's a mermaid. So, you know, that could be a good example of like what might happen here on the stream. But yeah, the idea is at the end of like an hour and a half, that gives you plenty of time to like draw or do anything, or you're just there to watch. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. But as a community, it'll be a cool community event that people can submit their drawings to the Discord. And at the end of the streams, I will be able to help. We'll just all review what we've done. Because you'll have watched what I've done. I can talk about what I did while I'm waiting for people to submit their drawings on Discord. And then, bam, I'll check the Discord channel, and then I'll be able to review everyone's drawings, or maybe their sculptures, or you know, whatever type of medium you're into as like a creative person. You can just make whatever, and then we'll just kind of all review them on stream. Maybe if you guys desire like critiques on them, so I'm to art school. I have some experience in like being able to tell what's good, what's not. But art is subjective, so you know, critiques are, you know, whatever you feel like. But yeah, so that'd be the idea. We'd have like this general thing spin happen, and then we'd be able to come into drawing stuff on the stream together, or you know, sculpting, whatever you feel like. I might switch things up too. I'll show you here in a second why this stream is way better. This is the best stream setup that I've ever had to this date. because I might switch things up, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I'm really excited to start live streaming on here a little more consistently, and to just kind of have like a community event where it gets me to draw and gets me to show up. And live streams are super chill. They're super fun, especially if you're just kind of bored and you're doing something on the side. They're really fun to just put on the background. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Very cool. Hi Holly. Welcome back to the channel, or to the stream, I should say. Feels weird to be streaming on the YouTube channel, but it is true. So I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know your thoughts on everything. But yeah, that's kind of the idea for the live streams going forward. I want the live streams to have a purpose, because on Twitch it was really easy, because Twitch just felt like the Outland where there were a lot of people to show up, right? Like tons of people watching Twitch, but because it wasn't so mainstream, if that makes sense, for like, it's not something everyone watches. Not everyone watches live streams, but the main thing I wanted to get across was that I wanted to have a live stream that meant something. It wasn't just like, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm not really sure what I'm doing today, but I'm going to draw, I guess. I wanted the live streams to have like a format. So that's kind of the hope and idea that I have. Yeah. I said I was going to chat your first stream. Yes. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is technically the first stream of the year on this channel. I wanted to use live streams because my YouTube channel, it needs a lot of help. It needs a lot of work on my end. So I'm going to be showing up more frequently to post and to live stream and do stuff. But I'm hoping that that you guys like it and that this format kind of works. And again, I'll keep tweaking it as I go, I guess. You know, nothing's in stone. But yeah, that's kind of the general idea. We'll have a prompt. We'll have an hour and a half, and you guys can post your stuff, and that'll be really cool. It being interactive is a great idea. Okay, good. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yay, first stream. Yes. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys have any sort of input on things, like any other new ideas to it, you know, and again, this format for a live stream could be like changed up. Maybe there's special events. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty open to whatever. You post the art on the Discord, right? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll post the art on a Discord. I'm gonna have to go back to the Discord. If you guys don't know what Discord is, let me show you. I'll open up real quick and I'll switch screens. But Discord is basically a messaging app. Think of it like Facebook Messenger or whatever messenger you might use. Like there's what's the other one called? WhatsApp. But basically it's really nice because it's an organized way to have like a server or like a group of people that can join. So anyone can join this Discord channel. And there's all sorts of different categories, subcategories. So it's basically having one group, but there's like multiple subsections for chat, if that makes sense. Kind of hard to explain, but yeah. I use Discord. Are you going to make a chat room for the art room here, or is it already one? It's not, so I was going to look at that and see. Okay, I'm streamer mode, so I'm safe, it says. Cool. Let's go to main screen. Boom. Oh, it feels so nice to stream again, guys. I love it. Especially because I'm used to TikTok, where I'm so limited on what I can do on screen and with the camera. It's so nice to have like the image quality and sound quality exactly how I want it. So basically, I have Doodle Buddies. I have a Doodle Buddies chat. There's still people chatting in here, which I love. I'm so grateful that they're doing it. Oh, awesome. Love you doing some cool crochet stuff. But as you can see, although my camera's kind of covering it a little bit, but I have a bunch of different subcategories of chat in here that people can specifically go into to talk about. But maybe we'll call them Doodle Together. Is kind of a chat in itself. Yeah, it hasn't been active since like last year. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Doodle Together? Because this is basically a good place to have it, I think, for now. I might change it later, but I think for now I'll use like the Doodle Together chat, and then people can just submit their drawing or their artwork. Or maybe I'll add another one. I'll do text, and I'll call this Doodle Submission. Doodle Live submissions. That sounds good. Yeah, that's fine. And then boom. And then people can post their artwork there after the live stream's done. Then I just have an exact place that I can go to that's specifically for that. Already tapping. Thanks. Thanks for testing that, by the way. I appreciate it. Because it'd probably be good to make a chat room for the art here. You could call it Discord Art Stream Art. Yeah, that's a good one too. Doodle Live. Maybe I'll rename it. On the first post, yes. Maybe I'll rename it because that's actually a pretty good name, actually. Discord Stream. Let's go like... I don't know. I'll keep tweaking it. Save changes. Boom. Escape. Boom. Yeah, Discord Stream Art. Anyway, that works. What do you think? But yeah, that'll work pretty well. I'm pretty excited. Yeah. Oh, I gotta show you some cool stuff. Oh no, you crossed it out. Yeah. Okay. So, don't worry, guys. I'll get less rusty as I go. But yeah, I'm really excited. So, yeah, I'm bringing back live streaming. It's gonna be part of my content thought process for this year, so I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Cool. All right, so let me show you something really cool that's going to be happening while live streaming, and it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for pretty much anything. Again, I haven't set up everything. There's a couple things I need to still set up, but for the most part, the general idea is there. So let me switch over to a new setup. I don't have just one setup. I have two. It take practice. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, that explains so much. Let me know if this mic audio is sounding good. Is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Or just let me know anything that's going on. I want to know about it. Okay. Yes. Okay, so do you hear me? Is it good? I know there's like a lag in this. There's like a delay in the stream. So I say something and it takes a few seconds for it to get to you. Vice versa. But yeah, so the surprise is I have this whole new setup. Isn't it great? I love this. It's like the best. So over here I have my whole desk set up. I'm gonna have to rearrange my screen so I can see it. It's clear now. Good. Good, good. There we go. Okay. Good thing I have movable monitors. Makes it a lot easier. Okay. Perfect. So now I can sit over here. I'm right next to my main desk, but now I can see this. I saw this on TikTok. Yes, you did. Oh, gotta turn this light on. Pretty cool, right? So I have this whole new setup. I know the blanket's not aesthetic. Let me move the blanket. Make it more aesthetic for everyone. Yeah, I have this whole new setup and my green chair. I have a pillow in it because comfort. But yeah, I have this whole new setup. This is actually my loft bed. So this is all the same room. And over here, let me see if I can, there we go. Over here is my main desk, right? And then I have chat over here. I have another screen. You can't see it just behind here. Second dual monitor. So I can see everything that's going on. I think this is pretty cool. And it opens up a lot of opportunities for me right now. Because not only can I stream from my desk. Cool, thanks. Not only can I stream from my desk, I can also come over here and chill. And work on projects. Sorry, I'm checking audio levels. Making sure it's not too loud or sounds weird. The subscribe light is perfect. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, I really liked it. It's a good. I think it's a good placement. It took me a long time to figure out where to put it because I've been renovating my room. If I haven't been mentioning it, nice touch. Thanks. So yeah, and this is where I keep a lot of my camera equipment and stuff now. Just like stuff I use frequently, so that way I just have access to it really quickly. But yeah, so over here I'm gonna have a top-down. Oh, this is so cool. I can show you everything. It's so cool. This is a webcam that's not hooked up just yet. I'll try to see if I can get it hooked up tomorrow because I didn't have a long enough cable for it. But this will just be it's a kind of a crappier webcam, so it's not very great quality. I would like to get another one of these because this webcam's really good. And I want this to be a top-down shot so that way you can see what I'm doing down here. So it'll be a top-down shot of the desk. So you'll still get a face cam, but I'll have like a top-down shot. So like if I'm working on something, I'd be like, oh, cool, I'm building something or whatever. Or I guess I could just angle it down like this, but it's more fun to just have it already like fixed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the idea. So that's what's really exciting about this new live stream setup is the potential to do like anything and to feel completely relaxed because I'm not stuck at my desk. I basically have like 2 different desks I can sit at, and depending on what I'm doing or how I'm feeling, I can just switch to one or the other. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. I feel pretty good about it. There's still some stuff left in here, if you can tell, that I need to like finish painting and doing all this stuff. But yeah, making a loft bed was definitely the best decision I've ever made. I want to see more art of Vinny Renzo. Yeah. I just have my bed. Yeah, I did too, but yeah. And I think like just full transparency on the whole like renovation cost. I think I know for a fact on the loft bed I spent like almost $400 on all the supplies and stuff. And then luckily my dad's really good at carpentry. He knows how things work, so he helped me figure out how to screw it into the walls and stuff and make sure that they're in studs and that it's really stable and strong. And this thing is so strong, it's not going anywhere. I was kind of scared the first night I slept on it, but it's totally fine. It's solid. It's coming together nicely. Does a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, I've been really happy with it. The only thing that I will say is that my dream streaming setup will have multiple cameras, like on my like at my desk where my main camera is, the nice DSLR camera I use that looks nice. It looks great. I would love to be able I want to buy like maybe like a cheaper Sony camera or something that won't break the bank, but I would just like to have another like nice camera to set up somewhere for like a top-down shot and like a face cam over here, so I don't have to like keep moving things around. But for now, like this webcam's great. I think it looks awesome for what it cost. I was like, sweet. I kind of want to get another one just so I can set it up here for the top-down shot. But For now, I'll just use this crappier one. Eventually, I'll figure that out. Yeah, no crush this hack. Yeah, but yeah, that's the whole setup. I think it's pretty nice. And then yeah, when I want to, I just walk over. I kind of have to move my screens around, but I will be able to switch desks. That'll be really cool. And then this camera allows me to just kind of like be a little bit more like, you know, face to face, you know, showing you stuff, moving it around, because it's kind of on an arm that's attached to my other desk. So it's just flexible. I can move it around if I want to. Like I can move it a little bit, has a little bit of range of motion. And then also with the microphone, it's on another arm where I can move this around and lock it wherever I want to in place. So that way I can always have it angled right where I want it. So that'll be really cool. So yeah, yeah, this has been really exciting. I've been dying to use this setup because I've had it set up for months, I think now. So I'm really excited. Top down and face at the same time sounds cool. Yeah. So I'm excited to get that set up. I just need to get USB extension cable for it. Is the only thing. And then we're good to go. I could have done that today, but I was kind of rushed trying to film. I finished a wedding film that I posted recently on the channel if you haven't seen it. But I was working like all day on that, and so I didn't have time to really think about it. All I knew today, I was like, okay, Wednesday I'm going to be streaming for sure. Like the official first like structured stream. This one's more loose, so I can kind of get a feel for how things are working, get used to streaming again a little bit, and then yeah, tomorrow will be more of like the official like here's the deal, here's what we're doing. So whether, you know, 2 or 3 people show up, that'll be fine, as long as there's some people that are hanging out. That's all I care about. It'd be awesome. And then yeah, but yeah, so I'll probably work tomorrow on getting an extension of cable for this, for the top-down view, so you guys can have that. Although I don't really have a plan for using it tomorrow, but it would be nice to like just test it out and just kind of, I don't know, maybe just do something on stream that involves a top-down shot. But yeah, it'd be really cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna work with what you got. Yeah. Are the better quality webcams expensive? They can get very expensive. The one I have right now is called, it's Anchor. I love Anchor. In the future, if I ever grow the channel enough to where people want to like sponsor me, Anchor would be so cool because I love their products. So yeah, it's an Anchor. I forget what the name of it, but just look up Anchor webcam, and it'll look like. Actually, I'll just show you. I'll show you on stream when I switch over. But yeah, I'll show you the webcam in a second. I finally got the adapter today that lets me draw on my new tablet. Ooh, that's awesome. I will always try to catch your streams. Yay, thank you, Holly. Appreciate it. It's always nice to have at least someone that shows up, you know. Especially starting these things. I haven't streamed in forever, so I feel like people just don't really know what I do. They're not familiar with anything, so it's all just super new to them. But yeah, so I think the sound quality is good. I don't think it's too loud. It's not peaking the audio or anything. The visuals is pretty good. I think it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, this is my pegboard display, which you might have seen already. I wish I could get sponsors, but I am a little person in Big World. Yes, we're all little people in Big World. But so yeah, that's the idea for this. And then I'll switch back over to the computer, which is kind of cool. It's crazy I can even do that, because before it was just I had the one setup and I didn't move. Now I can move. This is kind of cool. So I don't get bored myself live streaming. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna move over here. All right, we are back to main screen. Hello. Oh, you can see the chat. You can see all the things I'm doing. This is the one I meant to hit. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay, move all the monitors back. This is the only thing I haven't quite figured out yet, but this is why we do a test stream, to figure it out, because I don't know what it's like until I'm in the moment using it, and then I can tweak things around and see, because ideally I don't want to have to move my screens around a ton. But yeah, there we go. It can get boring to sit in one place for too long. It really can. So, yeah, looking forward to using this setup. It's going to be great. Move this chat over here. Pokes you. I can poke people in live now. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So yeah, things are doing good. I like it. Pretty fun. Wow, we've been live for 30 minutes already. That's great. Oh man. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you the ADD kicks in. Let me show you. Make sure. Oh, I don't want to show that on stream. Oh, tricky Amazon Anchor. Webcam. This thing's been great. Showing an image of it. You can get it on Amazon. I want just an image. I don't want a shopping image. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the webcam. Sorry, this isn't the best viewing angle. Let me move the chat. This is why we use things and figure it out as we go. See how that feels? Okay, that feels better. A little small. I don't know. I feel like I need to keep chat on the screen, I guess. I don't have to, but it feels nice to keep it on there. So yeah, this is the Anchor PowerConf C200. That's the one I was just using. It's great. It has like a little thing that you can close it that will basically close the screen, the webcam off. It doesn't turn off, it just blocks the video, so it says video off when you do that. Or you can just keep it off just for security if you're that kind of person. I'm not very paranoid. I really don't care. I'm like, if someone can hack my computer and look into my webcam, wow, congrats. You're really watching someone in the prime of his life streaming and watching YouTube and stuff for hours on end. Super exciting stuff. But yeah, the PowerConf C200 by Anchor is amazing, and I think it costs it costs about like $60 depending where you buy it from. Amazon actually has it for about $50. So yeah, it's been on sale for a while. I would definitely snag this if you're someone like you need a webcam, and this is probably the best bang for your buck you're gonna get. Like, 'cause I think paying anything more doesn't really get you anything, because webcams are kind of dumb. They're not the best quality. There are some that are a little more expensive that maybe I would be like, oh, maybe that's better, but I would honestly just go for this because it's great. It's plug and play. It works fantastic. Yeah, highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored, I promise. But yeah, so that's the webcam that I use on the second one. Sorry, my chat keeps disappearing on me. You poked me. What are you gonna do? I was poked. How do you poke on here? This Facebook in 2009. That's what I grew up on. You blinded yourself for a moment. Yeah. Well, not bad at all. Yeah, it's a reasonable price, and I honestly am considering just buying another one because I'm like, wow, for like $50, I could just get another one and then have a nicer top-down shot with the same image quality. I don't know. It's something to think about, but for now, I'll just use what I got and see how it goes. But yeah, I like people that interact with their followers, like the people that want to connect to their followers and get to know them. I like streamers like that, like people that are humble. Yeah, hopefully I'm humble. I'm the most humble person. Just kidding. I'm currently just doing everything from my phone. Nice. Yeah, no, that totally works. People that understand their followers are as much to thank for them getting where they are. Those are people I like. Yeah. So that's what this whole live stream is hopefully supposed to do. I'm hoping to have more interactive streams, because I think that's what makes live streaming so interesting, is actually talk to people. Because like I can make a video and post it, maybe get some comments on things, which, let's be honest, rarely happens on YouTube with my videos. But if people comment, I could chat with them, but it's just different. It's nice to have like a live interaction, especially because I don't have to edit it. Like I can post something and have it be content, and I don't have to like edit it, and which is why I want it structured, because if I don't structure it, I'm just gonna ramble forever, which is basically what this stream is. Apologies, but yeah, the live streams coming out next will be more structured, just to see how it feels. Again, still lose because I'm gonna be chatting and stuff just like this, but at least what I'm doing is gonna be structured. So that'll be good. Yeah, you are humble, Zach. You know who little nobody me is. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, I'm a nobody too. I'm just a guy who posts videos. No apologies. That's what we're here for. Thanks. Yeah. I'm excited to stream. So yeah, any input you guys have on it would be awesome. Because I mean, even this is a lot because like before when I would stream on Twitch and stuff starting out, there's like no one, especially TikTok too. Like eventually people come in, but to have people that come in that like actually understand who I am and what I'm making, they're not just someone who just pops in and is like, oh, I don't know who you are kind of a thing. But people that actually like, know what I do and like what my goals are is really cool. And it's really cool to feel like, oh, when I stream there's gonna be you know, this group of people that will show up. Because before, you know, when you start streaming, if you haven't ever been there, it's like no one's there. There's no one to talk to. You're completely on your own, which is why I've gotten really good at just continually talking, kind of no matter what, as if I am planning what I'm talking about, but I'm not. Which is why doing my podcast has also helped a lot. Which actually, does that work? Let me see. Yeah, I don't think that worked. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to check out the, actually maybe, no, I don't think I have it saved anymore. Anyway, I was going to send a link in chat to see if that worked, but I forgot. That's still connected to Twitch. Like, you still have a much bigger platform than me, but, like, you know who I is. That makes me happy. Oh, that's awesome. I know who you are. I know you. Oh, that sounds really weird. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, that's just... The stranger thing on the internet is obsolete at this point because it's like everyone talks to strangers online. It's how it goes. I've caught some of your lives on TikTok. All started with that. Oh, you're in that one? Dude, that one was wild. I put on a character on that one. That one was totally nuts. Also, is the stream lagging at all? Just let me know. Like, if something's going on, I want to know about it, so that way I can like make sure like I can change settings or try to fix things. Let me know. I followed him randomly because he popped up my For You page on TikTok, and I liked his arts. Thanks. That's me. Nah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so this was... Oh, I forgot my essential oils were on that. Nice. Nice. This was the in question. I have to underexpose it so you can see it. Oh, man. But yeah. If you want to see the full video, it's on this channel, which is cool to say. It's really cool to say that on this channel because I'm streaming on this channel. It's such a cool feeling. Because before I would stream on Twitch, and I was like, oh, it's cool. I'm growing on Twitch a little bit. I was an affiliate on Twitch, which was cool. But it was like, it wasn't getting me anywhere. I was like, okay, well, this is cool. But like, no one's like really subscribing to the channel. Everyone's here to watch the stream, but like, no one really cares about the YouTube thing, which is like my main goal. So I just kind of was like thinking, I was like, big brain move. Why am I streaming on Twitch? Like, of course I'm an affiliate, so I worked hard to get there, streamed a ton of hours, but also like, why don't I just use my skills and stream on YouTube? Like, between posting videos, why not just stream so I'm more active on here? And plus, I need watch hours, to be honest, to be fair. So, yeah. And live streaming gets you watch hours because I'm very close to getting monetized. By very close, I mean I'm pretty far. But I have everything checked off except for one requirement, which is a ton of watch hours. And I figured, you know what? Why not just do live streaming? That might help a little bit, just starting off for now. And then eventually it's like, you know, hopefully grow a community here. People watch the videos I post. So, yeah. And then, you know, it's just a good time to talk to everybody, talk about like, oh, you know, I'm editing this video. Maybe I could show you on stream videos or edit live or something. Maybe that could be an idea. Because, you know, that stuff's interesting. So, well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going through the thoughts. It's not lagging. Okay, good. Chat's lagging a bit, but it isn't that big a deal. Yeah, I think it's pretty standard because the chat and the live stream are kind of sort of not synced all the time. It's weird. Hello, Hania. Welcome. Yep, that's how I found your lives. You were like, my foot sculpture is almost ready. I was trying to imagine what in the world you're going to do with it. Yeah. No, it literally sits on the desk. Like, legit. I put it in a place where can't quite reach it, but it's on the desk. Like, it never looks out of place. I guess unless you're not me. But yeah, I put my phone and stuff on it all the time when it's accessible. So it works pretty well. Like I just put my phone on right now. It looks great. I'm actually still happy I got to be part of the creation process of one of your art pieces, and I wrote the story too. Yeah. So let's go to that actually, because I'm live streaming on YouTube and I can control what you guys see. It's very fun. It's got to be like a control, like a power trip right now. Posted it a while ago. Let's see. My screen is also flickering. I have one of my monitors. It's having issues. I don't know if it's the cable, but my screen is flickering on and off all the time. Yeah, I posted that a while ago. Wow. There it is. Oh, I started doing your lives because I really like that you're the type to reply to people's comments, and not many creators do that. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of nervous too, because I'm like, if I do continue down this path of like growing the channel, then like it's gonna get to a point where like maybe there's so many people in chat that you like, because you've seen big creators, right? They just like physically can't, like, unless they see it for a second, be like, oh, that one looked interesting. You know what I mean? Like you just get lost in like the crowds of people. So like I'm enjoying this right now because like I'm nervous and aware that it could change. But for now, it's cool to have like a handful of people in chat and just be able to like literally chat with them. It's really comfortable. So I don't know. Maybe that will change in the future. But yeah, for now it's not. So we're good. Yes, show off some arts I got to help with. Yes. Oof, yeah, that is a downside. Yeah, so that's something I'm kind of worried about, but it'll be fine. Okay, let me switch screens. I feel so cool doing this. Okay, there's the artwork from 20 weeks ago, which was, yep, and there's your comment. There's Holly's comment. So, yeah, this was the artwork that Holly helped me figure out. Sorry, it's not like a touchscreen. It's like click drag, and I'm like, nope, that doesn't work. Yeah, we had the tale of Vincent, whatever you want to call him, and Lorenzo. Yeah, so Vinny left and Lorenzo right. So Vinny's the smaller guy, and you got Lorenzo. Yeah, best buds. Good thing I wrote it down because I forgot everything, honestly. They met in college back when they were younger. Later, oh, this is the time lapse. Let's watch the time lapse. Oh yeah, of this drawing that didn't really turn out. Yeah, I completely changed it from the original sketch. So that's fine. Best buds met in college when they were younger. Later, Renzo ended up marrying Vinny's sister, but she passed away recently, and Renzo was devastated, so he closed himself off. But over time, he started to reach out to Vinny and started to visit his best bud and brother-in-law, and slowly became more frequently and more friendly and more outgoing. I feel like I wrote this really horribly. This drawing, Vinny has just finished a long day of work at his Italian pizzeria. Vinny's pizzeria is known for the best pizza known to man and a good cup of joe. And Renzo is here to visit Vinny after the pizzeria closed. I feel like, yeah, I wrote this really weird. I like being a writer, so I'm like rewriting this, and I'm like rereading it, and it makes no sense. Sorry. But yeah, I haven't drawn in forever. I miss it. I was getting a lot better. I even still look at this. I'm like, oh man, there's so many things I wish I would have done differently. But yeah. So that's that image. But yeah, it's been fun. Yes, Vinny and Renzo, that looks great. Thank you, Misty. Time-lapse videos are so neat. Yeah. I wrote that. Yes. Wait. You wrote that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, I thought I wrote it for some reason. I was like, I completely forgot. I was like, wait, did I write this? No, yeah, you totally wrote that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. I was confused. I was like, wait, did that make sense to me? Because I'm like, it didn't click in my head. And that's why it was like, I didn't write it, so it didn't like register as a memory. So I was like, I don't remember that being the case. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, it was you. Yeah. Totally fine. Totally fine. Just me over analyzing everything like I do in normal life. But yeah, I wrote it out. Nice. Yeah, thank you for that again. You notice I didn't even finish the shoes down here? If you look, I didn't even try. I made it all shadowy in the shadows. It's a cool backstory. No, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. But I think I only like thought about that because I was recently started writing. It's technically a book, but I might want to turn it into a comic. But I wanted to see if I could write it first, so that way basically I have like an outline for everything. So I write it like a book, so it's all descriptive, and then later maybe create artwork for it and make it a comic. Because I have the dialogue, I just have to adapt it to a comic, like just verbatim. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but that's kind of something I'm working on the back burner. Didn't even notice. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So I have this cool story. Where is that? Where am I writing it? Oh, I'm writing it in Notion. Let me show you that. Let me make sure I'm not showing anything I don't want to show on stream. I still have some privacy, right? Technically, Zach and I both came up with the story together. I just wrote it up for him to post. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. I don't know why it's not in dark mode, but that's what usually happens. But if you haven't seen Notion before, Notion's awesome. Yeah, anyway, I usually have it in dark mode. I don't know why it's in bright white mode, but basically, if you never use Notion, you should try it. I'm not sponsored. They would also be a cool sponsor if they ever chose to. But you have a bunch of different things for like to-do list stuff. I don't really use it super well, but the times when I do use it, it's very helpful. It may just be me, but it is a little blurry. Yeah. The artwork, I would agree. That is still something I was proud to be a part of, though. Yeah. Where was it? It was somewhere. Webcomics, maybe? No. I had a place. Or maybe I'm writing it somewhere. Creative writing. Here it is. Casters. I don't know if you ever heard of this. I'll go back here. I had this idea for a comic that I haven't fully done yet, but I'd made artwork for it, and I had the concept for it a while back, like a long time ago. Somewhere over here, or maybe it was after this. I probably passed it. No, it's right here. So I had these concepts for these characters. I think it's over here then. Okay. So I had this idea for casters. Not the stream. Oh, the stream. Yeah, if the stream is blurry, because it says my connections are really good. Let me check it. Yeah, it says the connection's good. So, just making sure nothing's on here. Okay, nothing personal is on there. Okay, good. Yeah, because that's how I view what I'm doing. So I made this. I had this idea for these characters. As I drew them, because it kind of just came together as I drew one. I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool. So basically, there's like a grandma and a grandpa wizard, and I just liked my own post. LOL. But I'm still figuring out the details of it. It might kind of change up a little bit, but this is kind of the original concept art for them. Basically, they're wizards, and I'm kind of writing the beginning part of this story with the main character that I haven't done artwork for. But yeah, I've been taking a bunch of notes, as you can see, kind of like trying to figure out some of the plot points in it, maybe just kind of like following the structure and seeing if I can figure out a story, a storyline. But yeah, this is like the caster's rough draft that I have. I'm trying to figure out what to call it. It's either gonna be casters or bound, depending. But basically, it deals with a lot of themes of familial connections. You know, who your family is, what's instinctually what connects you to your family, even though you may not know them very well. In which case, this story deals with someone who doesn't know their family until after the death of their aunt. And that's kind of how the beginning of the book opens up, is with his aunt passing away. And kind of like him just being ready to graduating high school and not really have a specific plan in life, because he was busy taking care of his aunt, or his adoptive mother, for so long that he just didn't really have time or really consideration for what his future would be. So it's kind of interesting as I'm writing it. I'm kind of exploring, who these characters are. But realistically, I've written a ton. As you can tell, like, there's a ton here. But I haven't written a lot. Like, this is, like, maybe, like, a chapter, honestly. But it's just kind of introducing the main character, his backstory, his feelings on things, who he is, and then introducing, like, his friend that came over. And then what his plans are and how it contrasts with the main character, how he doesn't have any plans for his future and he's just trying to figure things out. So basically the story will initiate where he somehow either receives something or figures out something that's going on, and it will like connect him to long lost family members, which will be the grandma and the grandpa, which are his aunt's biological mother and father. So it would be a lot of like kind of backstory mystery kind of stuff going on where they're trying to figure things out. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I think it's kind of interesting. I like the concept of some of the things that could happen in the future of the story. But so far I'm trying to just like give it a solid foundation of like it has a theme, there's a purpose for it, and the cool stuff that might happen like magic and stuff is just gonna be like sprinkles on top. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's so cool because it's magic, but like I also want it to be cool because there's shows like The Last of Us where it's not so much that the concept of the apocalypse is so compelling that it makes it cool, but the characters make it really interesting. So I'm trying to focus on that so I can make something really cool. Are you still doing Patreon? I'm not. I had to quit that. It's technically still up, but it was kind of an unofficial pause on the Patreon. But yeah, I'll go into that a little later. Maybe my connection. Okay, there's another sound playing over you. I think that is the music. Yes, because I don't hear it. Definitely my connection. Okay. Sorry, I'm at my sister's house. Connection sucks here. LOL. Okay. Yeah, let me know. Zach, if you need someone to proofread, I'd love to help. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Misty. Yeah, very interesting. That concept sounds interesting, and the art is nice too. So it's like a slice of life with a bit of magic in between. Yeah. So I want the magic to be really interesting. That's why I'm having a hard time deciding on anything, definitely. Which is why I'm like, you know what? It's just like artwork and stuff. I kind of don't know what I'm doing exactly. Maybe I have a general idea, but I never know what I'm doing until I do it. So that's kind of the plan. I figured if I'm not gonna be able to like draw, because I've tried drawing a story without really having an idea, and I'm like, I need to write this first because it's so much easier to write and delete stuff than drawing it because you feel so committed. So I'm like, I'm just gonna write it out, figure out what I want the story to be, and then bam. Yeah, so we'll kind of figure that out. But yeah, definitely. So yeah, if all you like, cause I had my friend read it, she liked it. She didn't think it sounded weird or didn't sound unprofessional. So I don't know. I like to think of myself as a good writer. That was one of my strengths. I just haven't done it in a long time. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't read a book in a long time, honestly, either. So, but yeah, send me your I guess email, like DM me your email or something, and then I can probably send this over to you and see what you think. That'd be awesome. But yeah, casters, potentially really cool thing. Yeah, I had this 3D model too of these characters that is super rough, but it was interesting. Sometimes it is also good to bounce ideas off of each other too. Just saying. Yeah, for real. Ooh, I will. Okay. Yeah, DM me your email and then I'll send that over. That'll be really cool. Yeah, I'll just be cool to get other people's input on it. Man, it's so crazy. I did this probably like 2 years ago. It's weird to look at art and be like, I remember it, but I also don't remember making it sometimes. See, like, yeah, I had a Pebble, a story about a rock. I have some webtoons available. If you check the description of this stream, I have a link to all the other stuff that I do. So if you are curious to just explore the random stuff I do, you can check it out. I do have a comic here on Webtoon. And I did like a couple episodes, I think. But I struggled with the story, so I kind of stopped because making the artwork took a while. And if I wasn't sure about the story, I kind of had to figure out while I was sketching it. And that wasn't really a good idea. So, I still want to continue this comic, though, because it's kind of a simple, lighthearted one that I don't have to really work too hard on. But, I don't know, it was kind of stressful to me. It was too much. So, I would, like, draw everything. I think this is actually, yeah, episode 3, which I never posted. Sorry. I never finished it. I think this was kind of as far as I got. I made a cool post about it, and I was excited, and then I didn't do anything. But, yeah. And this was actually supposed to be one of the new characters that was going to come up in episode 3. But yeah, I'm still working. I think I kind of realized I needed to work on my storytelling first before I, like, involve art in it, because holy crap, it takes a lot of time. and it's a lot of different skills you have to make a webcomic. There's writing, there's storyboarding, there's the drawing, and yeah, it's just kind of a collective of a lot of different skills, and I just wasn't prepared for it. So, yeah, that's how that worked. But yeah, I really messed up a lot on last year's, like the last couple years. Which actually, let's just make this a whole new segment, okay? I'm gonna move on to talking about my mistakes this year and what I've learned. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. DMDV Discord, sweet. That is me. Yes, hello. I have art I remember doing, but I look at it and go, I did this? What? Yeah. Pebbles looks like the cover of a children's book. Yeah, it does. I thought the same thing. Yeah. I can actually go to the webtoons, which I haven't checked on in a long time. I had some people check it out. Let's see. If I can spell. Wow. Pebble. There it is. We got 19 subscribers. That's not bad for a webtoon, honestly. I've seen worse. Because I remember I was like just looking around webtoon. I'm like, you know, there's a lot of really good artwork, but I'm like, I feel like I can meet the... Because there's people that just make art and they're just starting out and it's like horrible. There's the people that are really good, and then there's the middle part. I'm like, I feel like I can at least make a decent comic. So I made this one, and then I made another one. I'll show you. I know, I'm insane. I just start and stop projects all the time. It's so bad. I need to commit. I'm so bad at commitment. Oh, this is my therapy segment for you guys. Every day is a chance to learn something new. Ooh, the big 19. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to check it out, I have the first 2 episodes. It's kind of fun. Bro, that is me. Yeah. So, like, I started the first episode, which is... Sorry. Got a yawn in me. Probably made everybody yawn. Yeah, I think I made it, like, sort of viewer discretion advice, because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to write about. I just want to be sure. I have no idea. I need to probably change that, but... yeah, this first one was just an experiment, because you can see it's really short. I was just figuring out the structure, how to make one, make sure it doesn't, like... Because the way you, like, cut up the canvas is bizarre. And so I was like, how do I do this? And then by the second one, I kind of had it more figured out. And, oops. Just kidding. Wrong one. Episode 2. I had it more figured out, so I was like, oh, that was kind of small the last time I did, so I want to make it bigger, because usually when you're scrolling your phone, you want it to be kind of bigger. So on web, here it looks huge, but yeah. My whip folder has a lot. Yeah. It's late for you, isn't it? It's 12:15 in the morning. And I'm off on break this week, so not really. This is fine. It looks really nice and clean made. Thank you. And I was experimenting, like I like using a lot of these rough brushes, but they look kind of maybe make it look not as clean. I don't know. Yeah, this one was cool to make. But yeah, I just wasn't sure where the story was going or what to do. What to draw, what not to draw, what to show, what not to show, kind of thing. And sometimes the drawings would turn out wonky, like this one, like is just really hastily done, I guess. And then coloring is a whole other thing, because like if you color a webtoon, like it's great, but it's just a way more time added to everything. And so it's kind of like, how fast can I go with this? Because I want to get this done, but then also I don't want it to look horrible. Anyway. So yeah, that's Pebble, Story About a Rock. Subscribe if you want to. And then the other one is Zach's Doodles. Somewhere. Because I spelled it wrong. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's just because apostrophe thing. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, this is the other one I have. 21 subs. Let's go. Of course, I had some subs from that from before, because this is the comic that I first started when I was first doing digital artwork back in 2018. Like when I was in college still. When I just barely got like my first digital art thing, tablet, and was just trying to figure it out. I didn't know what app to use or whatever, so I just tried making webtoons. But they were horrible. But I did it on purpose. Because before, this was actually called Poorly Drawn Doodles or something. But yeah, I changed it, obviously. I re-updated it to be more current. But I have a format for this one, which is really cool. So yeah, still kind of working on that one. It's 3:15 here. Same time zone. Let's go. Yeah, I'm on spring break too. Hello, Big 21. Yeah. So yeah, when I started this, kind of go back to my history. Didn't know what programs to use. I was good at drawing, but like I didn't really know how to do digital, and I didn't really know how to draw better than what I was, because I was just starting art school. So I was like, I don't know, like just whatever crappy cartoon I can come up with. That was just, and I decided to make it Poorly Drawn Comics, like the title, because I was like, you know what, like I'm just learning. Let's just figure out a format and like just start posting, because who cares if it looks like crap? Maybe that will be endearing, and maybe that's like the whole feature, is that it is ugly. So that's what I kind of thought about when I first made it. Yeah, the comics didn't make sense. It was like whatever, but they got better. I was like, okay, well now I want to actually make something that's actually maybe funny. So I just colored on the outside of lines on purpose, because I was like, whatever. Yeah, you see the font's horrible. I didn't know what I was doing. This is before I like got a graphic design job too, so I was like, I didn't know what I was doing at all. Derp dog, yeah. I like your pet. Thanks, he's a rescue. I can tell he must eat a lot. Yeah, he actually ate all the animals in the shelter. You might say that he was unbearable. I'm sorry. I'm not good at making jokes or socializing. Get it? The joke was because he's unbearable. It's a bear? Anyway, I thought it was funny. It's not. It's okay funny. And then I went more complex on the next one, where I went like all in on this chapstick thing. Because you know how you always lose a chapstick in the washing machine? That was the joke. And this one was dumb. Sorry guys, I can't this weekend. I'm pretty busy. Is this the music? Getflix. Are you still there? Am I still there? And I tried like doing it in better style, like making it look cleaner, I guess. It's like, well, it could be poorly drawn, but I can at least like make it look like I care, I guess. How was your weekend? It was fun. I don't know. Introverted things. And then that was 2019 last time I posted. Then last year in October, I decided to pick it back up, renamed it. I was like, let's just make a couple comics, see what I can do now. And boy, are they better. Dad jokes are always funny. Yeah. So the fun part about becoming an adult is no one really has anything figured out. Adult life. Growing up, you think, once I'm an adult, it'll all make sense. What is it? Yes and no. Bing. You see, things do get easier as you get older, but some things can only be learned by experience. Like, you can't make someone wise. Level 1, but you can't teach them to make toast. Okay, now just push down the lever. Burst into flames. Knock, knock. Poof. I smell fire. Smokey the Bear! So dumb. Ta-da! So, becoming an adult is messy. But just know that even though things may not make sense, Smokey the Bear will always be there to quench your toast fires. And that was the first one, which I thought was a lot better. Like, the voice was better. I don't know, I had spent a lot more time reading comics and understanding what makes things funny, and so I was like, okay, I can actually make something that's like fun to listen to, and it doesn't have to be colored. So basically, none of it's colored in. It's just black. It's just inks. So I can just sit here and sketch it all out, and it'll be done. Like I don't have to like overthink it too much. So yeah, that was kind of the new version of this comic strip. You should do a series of introvert short comics so many people can relate. Yeah. LOL, life don't make sense. I'm only 25 and life doesn't make sense. LOL. I like that one. Me too. Reminds me of a comic I go back and read every once in a while about Sunday and about Godzilla fixing a car tire. That's nice. Yeah, like, and I'd read like there's like Shen comics, and I watched like Ice Cream Sandwich and stuff on YouTube, who makes like animated short videos. So I don't know, there's lots of different things where I was like, oh, like I get it, like this is my type of humor. Now I can try to make my own comics, so that would be cool. And then the last one was shopping carts. And this one, I decided I wanted to make a template. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing, so I would save the files, so that way I have them I can open them up and just draw on them. I wanted it to look like paper, because I wanted to emphasize that these are doodles and they're like low entry. And even though it's digital, I wanted it to look like I handmade them. So that was kind of what I was going for here. I think it looks kind of cool, especially when you're on your phone. It looks better because it's formatted for your phone. But yeah, Zach's Doodle. So it has like the title and then a font. So that way I don't have to like write things out or whatever, and it just looks cleaner. So that way each comic, instead of having panels, I would just have a section. So I know there's a distance between each panel, and I just keep that distance. So when you scroll, the whole panel fills up your whole screen. You know that's one panel, and you scroll down to the next because they're evenly spaced out, if that makes sense. Shopping carts are a blessing. They help us carry all our junk food. And I like the way this feels because the font feels nice and it feels sketched. It's nice. And I can just sit here and doodle them. So it's fun and quick. Until you remember you have to do self-checkout. Oh no. But when you're out in the parking lot, you might just notice the free-range carts. And you start to think, are carts meant to be corralled and trapped? Or do they deserve to live free? Moo. But what are the moral implications if I don't put my cart away? If I don't, the cart boy will have to bring it in because of my negligence. Physical labor. I don't know why I made him look like freaking Rick from Rick and Morty. But I can't leave him here. He deserves to be with his own kind. You know, like frolicking out in the nature. You can see how poorly, like, these are sketches, which I think is more fun. So, because it's better to make something than to make it perfect. You know what I mean? Like, finish a project. So, this is what this whole project was about. That's it. It's not my laziness. It's my moral obligation to set them free. Go be free, my little guy. My car! Crash. Being a car activist does come with a price. Possible vandalism. Run. Please put your shopping carts away. There's no more parking spots left. And then like the end. The end. Blah. That's kind of the idea, I guess. Anyway, I like the last comic I read about Smokey the Bear. That one was better formatted. I think it flowed better. This one was just kind of like a funny like commentary on like observations in life. But yeah, I'll actually send you the comic about Godzilla fixing a tire. It's so funny, sick. Free range shopping cart. I was a cart pusher once. I hated it. Yeah, because my thing with carts and stuff is that like it's fine. Like there are instances where you're in a rush or something's going on, you gotta leave. But most of the time, like you have time to go put away your cart. I think it's nuts. Because like, well, that's their job. They put away the carts. I'm like, yeah, but like, you're blocking car spots for other people. I don't know. I'm the type of person that's a people pleaser, and I just hate to think that like people are affected by me being dumb. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, now they don't have a parking spot to sit in because my cart's sitting there. Anyway, just weird stuff like that. But yeah. Um, I deemed you on Discord the comic about Godzilla. Sweet. I love the cart one. Shows how our brains work and how we justify being lazy sometimes. As a former cart pusher, I wish people would actually put the carts away. It makes the job so much easier. Yeah, because I'm like, well, they're getting paid for it. They need something to do. I'm like, no, but like, you don't unnecessarily need to give people who work in those types of environment something to do. I'm like, if it were you, would you want that? Like, even though it's like they're supposed to do it, it's like, no. But like, you know, do you take something? I mean, do you like take a bunch of stuff out of different aisles and all of a sudden put it in like one aisle, like soups and stuff, all in like an aisle that it doesn't belong? Like, it's just kind of messed up, you know? It's like purposely being rude to someone, even though it's their job. It's like they're still human. Like, be considerate. It's weird. But yeah, that's just my thought on it. But yeah, it's just nuts. Yeah. I had to be in 5 places at once already. I don't need to be going all the way on the other side of the parking lot to get your dang cart. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Yeah, it's just nonsense. I don't know. It's crazy. I can't leave a restaurant without wiping the table and stacking the dishes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't go overboard in that because like I don't want to be like sitting like but like if wherever I can see, I'm like, I don't know how they're going to stack these, but I'll just kind of stack them together. I'm starting to do that now because I'm just like a little bit more aware. I'm like, I don't want to like leave an absolute mess. Like even like napkins and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to like I don't want to touch people's dirty napkins. So like I'll take my napkin and try to put it on the plate so they don't have to touch it. Because man, you already have to probably wash your hands enough during the day. I would hate to like have to make someone else wash their hands way more times than they need to. Maybe because I'm a germaphobe. That's why I work with kids now. They're easy to work with. Yeah, easier to work with. Okay, I thought you were going like Spanish for a second. I was like, easito. I don't know, but yeah, definitely. Like and yeah, I work with a school right now too, and so that's been interesting. I have to wash my hands a ton. It's nuts. My hands are a lot more moisturized now that I'm not washing my hands at like 20-30 times a day now because I have this week break. But yeah, usually my hands get pretty dry pretty quickly. Be nice to server people. Yes. No, my phone's being stupid. What happened? But yeah, what else? Oh, let's chat about my mistakes this last year. There are, well, like the last like 2 years. I'll try to see if I can make this like short. I'll try to edit it in my brain so that way it's not me rambling forever, but I want to condense it down to a few of the mistakes I made and maybe what I think about them or what I've taken away from them, because why not? So it's making my words up me too. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, like the autocorrect. So during the pandemic, I started live streaming because I heard about it, was interested in it, and started doing it because obviously no one else, like, what else are we doing? Nothing. So started streaming and getting into everything, and there was a bunch of different like hiccups that I made along the way. Let's start off with Patreon. So, well, actually, I'll kind of try to like talk about probably like maximum 3 things real quick. I started streaming and I was streaming way too much, and it kind of burnt me out. That's why I stopped streaming on Twitch. I had worked so hard, I became an affiliate on there, but it was just like too much, and I just didn't feel like it was purposeful enough. You know what I mean? I know that doesn't make sense because like anyone would just, you know, give their 2 car tires to be a affiliate on Twitch, because to get there is a little bit tricky. Like, it's not impossible. Like, pretty much most people can do it if they work at it. But yeah. So I streamed so much on Twitch that I would stream into like the wee hours of the morning. I'd be on stream for hours and hours and hours, and it just was not good for my mental health. It wasn't good for anything, because a lot of times I felt like, okay, I streamed, I feel like I accomplished something, but also I feel really tired. I don't feel very creative or inspired, and anyway, it just kind of got me to a crashing point. So I realized, and that's why this year is going to be different with live streaming, is because I decided that I wanted live streaming to be like a part of like a whole like identity for me, like online, as far as like what I do Because people will ask me if I mention that I'm technically a YouTuber. I don't really make money from it yet, but I'm a YouTuber and stuff. And so they ask me like, oh, what kinds of things do you make? That one's hard to explain. So I want at least my streams to be a place where I can like be like, oh, I know what I do on stream. Like sometimes random things, but most of the time the main structure is like we have a prompt, we draw, we do that thing. Versus before where I have no idea what I'm doing. I would just do whatever on stream, honestly. Most of it was drawing, but anyway, I was just So I lacked structure and purpose for the streams, and I was just seeking after getting more views and more clout or something on Twitch, and trying to get people to come over to my other accounts on YouTube and stuff. But it just wasn't smart, and so that was kind of like the first lesson I learned is like, which I think I had to go through in order to learn. So it's kind of ironic, like not something I could quite avoid until I experienced it myself, because you personally will experience the things that you do, and that's how you learn specifically, because I don't have an answer for every specific person. But for me, I realized, how I do things and how I think and how I was going about them was incorrect. So I need to change things up a bit to make it better, if that makes sense. All right, guys, it's 3:30. I gotta go to sleep. It's been fun. Good night, Zach and Holly. Thank you, Misty. Appreciate it. See ya. Came over. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes. As long as you can learn from them, don't repeat them, I think you're good. Yeah. Burnout was no fun. Yeah. Kitty says hi. Hi, Kitty. Worrying about the views. I feel like everyone falls in that void at some point, and they're on the internet. Yeah. It's funny because it's like views don't matter, like subscribers or whatever don't matter, but it's like, yeah, but like they do. Like they do play a role if you want to have a career on social media in some form. Mine is YouTube specifically. And yeah, it's kind of weird because everything is kind of, all of these things that I talk about are kind of tied into other platforms as well, and other things I was doing at the time. Where like TikTok, I was definitely focused on views. So I would stream, I would go on TikTok. All of it was about like, how can I go viral? Can I get more followers? Blah, blah. Because I'd reached like 30,000 something subscribers, or followers, I should say. It's different on other platforms. But I'd reached like 30,000 followers on TikTok, and YouTube I kind of grew a little bit, but I had maybe like a viral short video, which is basically why I have all the subscribers I do now. But I want to change that. I want to have more than one thing that's like being viewed a lot. So I'm trying to change that up by making more content and figuring it out, because I don't have a specific thing that I do here on the channel just yet. But I want it to be relatively similar. Just being creative, exploring the world. I don't know, maybe it's in its own way, because it's from me, it makes collective sense, if that makes sense. So like my niche is doing these specific handful of things, and it's like specific to my brand, who I am. So I don't know, that's what I think about too. But yeah, I've been there before, and I tend to visit it sometimes when I know I shouldn't. Yeah, on TikTok your platform is bigger than mine. I'm at 165 followers. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, and it's like a lot of followers, but then I kind of realized, I was like, but I post a video and it's not like I get even half of that. Like, it's not like every time I post now, it's like, oh wow, now that I have 30,000 subscribers, I get like, 1,000 views, like 2,000 or 3,000 views on a video easy, and then maybe I'll go more viral. But it doesn't really matter too much. Like, I guess there are some people, if you grow big enough, that will happen, but I realized, I was like, this kind of doesn't matter. And then I even saw people that would have like 1 million followers on YouTube or on TikTok, and they would go to like conventions or something for TikTok or whatever, and they would show up and they would have like a discussion panel or something, or a meetup, and no one would show up, and they have like 1 million something followers, and I'm like, wow, does this really matter? It kind of doesn't. And so, sorry, I'm a little bit stuffy from allergies, I think. But yeah, I realized like that kind of doesn't really matter. And yeah, I don't know, it's hard, because you have to kind of be worried about views and subscriber count and stuff before you can kind of figure out how to not be as much. And I don't know if it ever goes away, because I know I'm still concerned about it. I still check my analytics frequently for TikTok and YouTube and everything. But I think it's in a healthier way, where I'm like, yeah, but if I'm so focused on that, then I'm not going to be making the type of videos and content that I want to be making on here, to deserve the many followers I'm aiming for. Which, in my case, my ultimate goal at the moment is to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which would be amazing. But yeah, it's just hard to gain an audience sometimes. Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help that TikTok will sometimes shadow ban people or refuse to show your content to your followers. Yeah, I mean, I have like an opinion on that. I say opinion because everyone can have a different opinion, but I feel like from my experience, which leads me to believe it's not like just an opinion, but because I thought I was shadow banned a few times, and because it happened where I would make content, it went viral a bunch of times, and every time I posted, it was great. And then all of a sudden it would just stop, and I'd have to switch content, and it would kind of like the same thing repeats. But I think it boils down to it just has to hit the right amount of people at the right time, because the algorithm is the audience. That's a whole other thing that I could get into, and I formulated this whole thought process on how the algorithm works, not in a technical way, but like the algorithm isn't like some robot that decides what goes viral, but it's like it just takes it takes the analytics from what's happening to that video, because it'll test it with different groups of people, and if those people happen to like it, then it'll start pushing it forward to more people, and it just grows. It funnels it out a lot quicker. So in some videos it gets sent to the wrong type of people that maybe, they think this video's meant for this type of audience. They don't respond, and so it doesn't think, this video kind of sucks, I'm not going to send it out to more people to test it anymore, because obviously people don't really like it. So my thought process on that, from many experience of having viral content and having videos that flop, is realizing that people will blame shadow banning or they'll blame the algorithm, but it's like, okay, to a point, yeah, but it has to do that because it's the only way it gets it out to people. Because otherwise, if you don't have the platform and the formula for how it puts your videos out to other people, then it never leaves your account. I mean, no one sees it. So you kind of have to have something to like automatically do that for you, because otherwise it doesn't work. But what I'm saying is, at the core is people are watching your content. If they don't like it, then it just doesn't work. And sometimes it just so happens, like, it's just the luck of it. You have a good video that you think should go viral, and sometimes it doesn't, because it hits the wrong audience at the wrong time. So it's just kind of random how that works. Or maybe the video isn't as good as maybe we believe it is, and just realizing, okay, well, if that didn't work, can I make this better? And so my thought is just always trying to make stuff better. And yeah, anyway, I don't know, that I'm not gonna get too far into that, but that's just my initial thoughts on it. Well, both my YouTube channels are subbed to you. Oh, thank you. You gotta have the right content for the right audience. Yeah, well, that can be hard too. Yeah, it's really hard to decide what is right for the audience, right? And like, people talk about niching down. There's all sorts of factors, but which is why it's hard to pin it down on one thing, and which is why I don't subscribe to the idea that there's shadow banning going on. I mean, rare cases, maybe that's happening because the type of content they're making is maybe against terms of service or whatever. That can happen on any platform, but mostly I don't think it's some random force or people like out to get you kind of thing. It's just like, it's just the odds, the luck of the draw. Because sometimes you're building an audience that the algorithm is boxing into, like, oh, like they make art content, so let's keep posting to artists, people that are interested in art videos. And so it goes well. But if you switch content, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know who to send this to. Or like, oh, I can send this out to artists, but it's because it's a different niche or subject, they might not be interested in it. So that's kind of, I think about it too. It's just, you kind of have to slowly, you're kind of niche down, but you slowly kind of expand. But me, I do everything. I don't care. I mean, I care, but yeah, I don't know. It's all kinds of confusing. Had to switch to my work laptop because my hands were getting tired typing on the phone. Oh no, the one person that is watching is me. Yes, 100%. But yeah, getting back to the whole mistakes that I made this last couple years. I'll probably just add on one more because, yeah, I think those are the two main ones that were like mistakes that I kind of like regret. The biggest one being Patreon. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for it, because I do feel bad for how I failed at the Patreon, and people were basically subscribed to it each month, and so there was like 1 month where I was just struggling. I was late to getting stuff done, so I'd gotten the last couple of months of I was doing artwork, sending it to my patrons, and then I just got delayed and was struggling. I was like, hey guys, sorry, I'm late. I'm going to be sending this artwork to you guys soon. And so I sent it out, and then the next month it just didn't happen. I didn't make the artwork I had committed to doing. So I felt guilty. I was trying to figure out what to do. And then kind of months go by. I kind of went through some weird states of life, and it was left at the wayside. And then eventually people would just unsubscribe from the Patreon, which totally fine, totally understand. But I should have been the one up front being like, hey, there's a problem. I'm not able to physically, mentally do this every month. So I need to call it quits for now. But I was too scared to call it quits, because I was like, no, I can do this. Like, even if I'm a month behind, I can catch up. They'll understand. They'll get it. But yeah, it was kind of messed up. And I just kind of ghosted everybody on the Patreon, which was bad on my part, because I felt like in my head, maybe I'd be like, well, I'm not receiving Patreon stuff. I'm just going to subscribe, whatever. But no, I felt bad because there's some stuff owed, in my opinion. So I'm trying to figure that out. But the people who were subscribed to my Patreon were close friends. So I'm going to talk to them individually to see what I can do for them, because I'm like, I want to reimburse you, or, whatever. Like, I just feel bad because that was kind of a chapter in my life I didn't close yet. So, and that was like a year and a half ago. So, yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on. Yeah, because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that, like, I felt like a scammer, even though I didn't mean to scam. I was like, oops. But yeah, I admit to my faults, and that was one of the things that I screwed up on. And luckily, it didn't affect too many people, but still, even though we're talking a few dollars here per person, but still feel bad about it. But yeah, so that was one of the worst things that I learned about myself, is realizing that I had this dream to make art and send it to people. And then I realized maybe that's not who I want to be, because that's too much work and I'm stressed out. And so I'll eventually revisit Patreon again, but I want Patreon to be more of like, maybe like, hey, if you're here to support me, cool. Like, just, you can subscribe. Like, maybe you'll unlock some extra content or something. Maybe I'll figure that out. But for now, maybe I'll just have one tier where it's like, hey, if you want to support me, like $1, cool. That's sweet. You don't really get anything in return. I can probably put you like on the ends of my videos as a patron or something. But like, that's pretty much it, because I don't want to commit to something that I know is a little too impossible for one person to do. And so, yeah, that is something I genuinely feel bad about, and definitely want to recompense that. So yeah, that's one thing as I'm working on this year is getting in touch with everybody and be like, hey, even though this was forever ago and you never mentioned it, sorry about that. So yeah, I kind of have to figure out. I think I know the months that I missed, and I just have to see who was a patron at what time, and anyway, whole thing. But we're trying to recompense that, because I was a dummy dumb. Hello, interweeb bubs. This makes me think of two friends just chilling. Yeah, I still have the art and stuff you sent me for the. Oh yeah, you were subscribed, right? And you did where you sent all the other tier rewards. I wish you luck in that. It is always good to learn from your past. Yeah. So like, I felt bad about it. No one had mentioned it, but like, to me, I felt like, I'm like, oh man, they probably think I'm evil. Like, I'm like, I should have said something, because in retrospect, I'm like, it's kind of like duh, because I realize now, duh, I should have been like, something's off. I'm not gonna make this month, or like, I missed a month. I need to call it quits and just like deal with it initially right there, right away. But I think I let it sit for a couple months, and I was like, oh, what I'm gonna do while I'm late? Maybe I'll just like, I'll keep working on it, and like, this is all like hypothetical thoughts of like, oh, blah blah blah, and then yeah, I just stopped. I ghosted everybody, and then before I realized, I looked and I was like, oh, no one's subscribed anymore. Yep, that makes sense. Totally. Anyway, so yeah, I was just trying to figure out how to figure all that out, because I know I had some people that were subscribed probably 1 or 2 months more than I actually gave them anything, so I'd felt bad on not fulfilling that promise to them. So yeah, I was up for 1 month when yeah, so then you're good. Okay, good. Yeah, when I first started it, my intentions were high. I was totally motivated, And then after like 2 to 3 months, I was like, holy crap, this is a lot. I haven't figured out this month's Patreon. I don't know what to do. And it was more stressful than I realized it would, because in my head it was like, oh, that's fun. Like, yeah, I draw anyway. Like, I'll just send them whatever I do. And no, it's more work than I think it is. It was like having homework on top of everything that I was trying to do. And I was like, how am I to do this? This isn't Nora. So it was crazy. I missed the bug one. Yeah. Oh, were you not subscribed for that one, or was that one? Because you said you're subscribed for the first month, right? And then the bug one. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, it was nightmarish. It was bad. Yeah, because I think I have a list of it somewhere. Because I wrote down, because I felt so bad about it. I was like, okay, what I'm going to do, I need to like... Yeah, so I had like catch-up work. One of them was figure out how to restore Patreon supporter support for... Holy crap, this was like over a year ago. I'm so bad. Anyway, I'm blaming it on just not having my life figured out well. Yeah, figure out how to restore Patreon supporters support for March, April, May, June, and I think July of last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I wasn't sure who was subscribed when, so I just had an estimation. I was like, I know March is when everything like went to crap, and then I think to July, because that's when I was like, oh crap, I really need to figure this out. Like, it's been too long. Anyway, so yeah, kind of messed up of me. I feel bad because like I was like, man, I had a clean slate. Like, I don't know. I just felt like people trusted me, and then I lost their trust because I did that, and I was like, man, I look shady. I was like, I hate that. So I learned a lot about myself. Realized that's not something I can quite do just yet. If I'm going to ever do it, it's definitely not now. But yeah. Anyway. Well, that is something about life. You sometimes have to try things to see if they work for you, and if they don't, that is probably not meant to be. It is okay, Zach. At least I'm not upset with you. Thank you. But yeah. Because, yeah, that was like one of my nightmares. I was like, man, I would hate to do something shady on stream, like, as a content creator, because you want people to trust you, because, like, of course you do. Like, and as a person, I want people to trust me, like, outside of streaming and doing content creation. So I was like, I'm normally an honest person. Like, holy crap, I did something horrible. But, yeah, anyway. That'll be fun. But yeah, that's on my to-do list for sure. Yeah. But, yeah, those are some of the things that I learned this year. You know, not having a structure. I mean, my room was a mess. I redecorated everything, as you know, for the ability to have peace of mind and to have a place where I can truly create whatever I want without feeling restricted or feeling uncomfortable. So, yeah, that's what this is. And then having a structure for this year. I have a whole content strategy for this year. And then, yeah, as far as realizing I can't have too many things going on at once, the Patreon was definitely something I learned from. And I'm at the point where, yeah, just going to focus on one thing at a time. I have, like, this content strategy that's pretty open. I'm just going to try to post more. Yeah, all the normal stuff. I don't really know. Is that kind of a conclusion to this whole thing about what I've learned this year? Or this last couple years about myself? But, yeah. And in exploring the types of content I like doing, I kind of figure out what's my voice, what do I like to do, and what do I want to, like, make videos about. So, yeah. So you had chaos, we're not prepared for Patreon, and you caused yourself to burn out. Yes, that is a very good summary. I am so horrible at speeching. That's what I got. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I had chaos, wasn't prepared for anything. Yeah, and I caused burnout for myself very quickly. And I do this funny thing. Maybe it's a lot of what everyone else deals with, but I have this funny thing when there's so many things going on, or there's things that are going wrong, or something I have to deal with, like even if they're just responsible tasks. If there's too many things at once, I will shut down. And so that's literally it's happened a few times, and I've realized, you know what, this is kind of common. Like, I just shut down or get like sad about something, so I'm like, I don't know how to deal with it, so I won't deal with it yet. And that's what happened with like everything. So yeah, and I'm actually vlogging this week. Actually, I should record this a little bit. Let me just record this for a bit. Okay, just so I have a clip to use, I guess, apparently, because I'm deciding that I need a clip of me streaming no matter what. So yeah, like one of the bigger things that I'm doing this week, since I have this week off, is using my time wisely and catching up on all the projects I've been behind on. So basically, I have it drawn on a whiteboard, but I have core. I have a circle with a core. It says core in the middle, and it's things I want to focus on, basically. Like YouTube, like just doing my thing, having fun, doing streaming and stuff. And then there's things that are a bigger circle on the outside circle, and it's like external tasks. So things that I committed to that I didn't finish. It happened with my wedding films and with some photography stuff I did, even if they were for free with friends. I didn't finish them because I got overwhelmed really quickly, because I realized, holy crap, I have all these wedding films to edit and film, and then I have to do these photography edits. So I got overwhelmed really right away, and that was one of the second occurrences where I realized I shut down entirely, and I went months without working on them, which is horrible because I should have got them really a lot sooner. So it was kind of like a repeat of the Patreon thing, but kind of on a bigger scale with more people involved. I was like, oh man, this is bad. Which is why I'm starting therapy this year, by the way. And then so this week I'm spending these last like 3 days or something to edit and finish up all the photos, the videos, things that I've committed to that I didn't finish. So that's what I'm working on for these last. There's a bug in my room. For these last like 2 to 3 days, and then I'll have the rest of the week to enjoy my spring break. So yeah, and I finished last 2 days. I was working on. Excuse me. I was working on a wedding film, and so I finished that and posted it finally and got it sent to everybody who needed it. And then I have one other wedding film I'm going to be working on tomorrow, and photography. I have a ton of photos I need to edit. So I'm going to get those all finished because I wasn't able to focus on doing the things that I like to do because I feel guilty about all the external things that are going on that I agreed to doing. Even if it was just out of like, hey, like, can I do your photos? Yeah, sure, why not? I needed to have finished them. So basically, I'm getting rid of all the external things that are making me feel guilty. In the words of Mean Girls, I don't know the exact quote, but I'm sucking out the venom out of my life. It's from Mean Girls, anyway. I know, the most random thing, but really good quote. Sucking all the venom from my life. I'm correcting all the things that I've done wrong before, so I can just move on, have a clean slate, and move forward, and be more committed this time. So that's kind of the whole plan for this week. I'm actually trying to vlog as much as I can of it to kind of show what I'm working on, what I'm doing, what my day-to-day life, at least in this week span of time, looks like. And yeah, so it'll be kind of like a vlog that's like called probably something like getting my life together or something like that, in a week or something like that. But I don't know. So that's kind of what's going on this week. Yeah. I'm so horrible at speeching. Yes. Hello, Zach's peoples. I'm Holly, one of Zach's fans who joined the stream. He's recording a clip to post about the facts he's streaming now. And I want to say hi. Hi. Mean Girls is a good movie, though. Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. It's funny. So, yeah, and that might be something I bring up too in the vlog, is like the introduction to. I'll have like maybe a clip of it and be like, literally, this is like my whole theme for this whole week. So, sucking the venom from my life and making sure that I'm happier after this week's over. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. I knocked out one of the to-do lists, and yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'll be doing editing the last wedding film that I haven't finished editing, and because I made it for a friend for free. So she was totally understanding, because I told her, I was like, holy crap, I'm so behind on everything. She's like, I totally get it, don't worry about it, just when you get it done, that's fine. She wasn't like pressured me. She understands where I'm coming from. So and then all the photos and stuff I'll have to figure out, because yeah, there's a few people I did photography for, but I don't have contact to them for them. Weird story. Anyway, I won't get into it, but there's some people I don't have contact with anymore. Yeah, weird story. But anyway, some photography stuff I don't think will ever get finished, because of the awkward situation in which it was made. Just being chill. Oh, by the way, it just turned 25 in January. Oh, awesome. My other cat Loki says hi. Hi, Loki. That is awesome. That's exciting. Wow. It is almost 1 o'clock. Awesome. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That's kind of all I wanted to test during this live stream. Oh, I gotta hit stop recording. That way it doesn't record too much, because that's like a ton of memory. I need to delete so much stuff off my computer now. Or Toby. Yeah. But I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about during this live stream, really. The main thing was to test everything, but everything else was just kind of get myself prepped, feel a little bit more confident and comfortable on stream, which I think I've achieved, hopefully. And yeah, either I might be something I do on Thursday. I'm deciding when I'm going to be streaming the official first like prompt live stream, because I haven't drawn in a while either. So maybe it's something I try for next week, maybe, because definitely after I'm off my break from my job, I will be working again, and I'll have Wednesdays off. So either Tuesdays might be a good day to do it, because I won't have the work the next day. So if I run the stream a little bit late, it's not a big deal, because I can still sleep in the next day. So I might do that. So from here on out, it might be Tuesdays might be the live stream day, because yeah, really nothing much happens on Tuesdays, and then I have Wednesdays off. So yeah, I'll have worked that day, but I'll have Wednesday off to like recover if I end up streaming a little too late, which hopefully I won't be doing too often, because this is as late as I want to stream right now. I think a good start time is maybe like 7 p.m., maybe 6 or 7 p.m., hour and a half. Yeah, like 8:30, 9. So it'd be nice to end the stream at like 9 o'clock or something, so that might be cool. But yeah, everything's in development. This is all just a test stream. Loki lives up to his namesake. He is very mischievous. Nice. I have to be up at like 7, 8 a.m. Oh no. Yeah, well, we better get to better then. So, yeah, I mean, I feel pretty accomplished. I achieved all the things I wanted to do during this live stream. Everything's tested. From what I see, it sounds good. I'll probably play it back later to just test everything, make sure it sounds good on my end, looks good. But yeah, very successful stream. Had a good time chatting with everyone. Yeah, and also thank you. Thank you for helping me get a watch time on YouTube. I think this counts. We'll see. I'll have to check my analytics to see if this adds up. But me streaming for an hour and a half and you get like 2 people watching, I mean, that's some pretty good watch time that starts to add up if you get, you know, more than a handful of people in chat. So we'll see how this goes. That's the plan anyways, to hopefully get my channel analytics a little bit up so I can get monetized, which would be great. Would probably be pennies, but it would be the step in the right direction. But yeah, all that would work for me actually. I get off work at 3:15. Nice. So catch your life. Sweet. Yeah, so I will keep you posted, because I want to make more an official live stream announcement, so that way more people come or like start to recognize it's an event that's happening every week. So I might create like some sort of online flyer to like post on my social medias to talk about it, because at first it's going to be a few handful of people maybe, but if we're lucky we can kind of grow it to like at least a few dozen people, which would be amazing. Yeah, so we'll try to make it like a weekly live event. I feel like I'm at the place now where, yeah, I'm working on stuff this week, so hopefully that'll be done. But overall, I think I'm in a good spot mentally and emotionally to take on a weekly thing where it's like, hey, we're just going to jump on live stream. I know exactly what I'm doing because it's the same thing every time except different thing. Maybe we chat, basically like a podcast. I'll come on here and chat, hang out with everybody, and we'll get to talk about art, share our artwork and stuff, and that'll be really cool. Chatting with everyone, more like chatting with me. Yeah. Hopefully your Discord becomes more active again. Yeah. I know it's surprisingly been more active than I thought it would. I thought it would just have been nothing going on, but second, nice. But yeah, I'll get things kind of figured out. So maybe I'll wait till next week to officially start it, because I do need to finish up doing, like I said, like having maybe like a little invite thing that I want to make to post on social media to invite people, like save the date kind of a thing. And then yeah, just adding a few new things to the stream to make sure everything's set up and ready, like the Discord, making sure things are set up. Anyway, yeah, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm mostly there. I think I just want to wait a week just to see if I can gain some hype for it, and just anytime, give me a week to tweak a couple things maybe if I feel like it, and then I'll be ready. Because yeah, I think this live stream is all I needed this week just to kind of get myself into it and get started. And then this next week, I think it'll be good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. If you need help, I'm down to do that. Okay. Sweet. But yeah. I will catch you guys in the next live stream. Thank you for joining. And yeah, this has been fun. It's been great. And hopefully the quality of the live streams are even better than they ever have been before. I think so. I feel so. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't know how to end this, but I will see you guys later. Catch me lower, like, yeah. What do I do for the end of the streams? Oh, like this. Let's see if this works. Okay, that worked. Sorry. Bye. Okay. I realized I didn't have my mic on that. See, this is why I need a week to kind of tweak some things, because things are not set up just yet. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.